Good day, everyone. So, as we come into this daily close after a long weekend here, let's take a look at a few things. Typically I'm not trading on the weekend or long weekends, but we've just been in a range on Bitcoin and several other alts that I've been trading over the last week. So, where am I positioned right now? Well, I still have all my shorts from the highs with profits taken. This is up that here around 25.2k, which was a high time frame level that I was looking to short. And I have longs from the lows. And so like here, this is just a range. It's either going to break up or down. You'd be looking for longs at the lows of the range, shorts at the highs if you're interested in shorts. But my big hedge right now is on my big long positions for alts is this swing failure into what was the 786 retracement on Sol. And so I'm still sitting in a long from there. And I have mini shorts on alts, but as far as new longs, it's here on Sol where I've long this swing failure, and I've traded this a few times. Here we're getting a nice bounce off a local retracement as our last key low. And then I have a long on FTM. And FTM last night, this was the only trade I took on the weekend. If you were in the members group, I obviously just updated. I said I wasn't going to trade the weekend, but I was going to take a trade off this point of control on FTM because it's too important of a level not to trade even on a weekend. It's a big high time frame level. So last night I pointed out as we came down here on Binance because it didn't have this extra wick. We have that point of control on Bybit, but we came down and we swept this low, and that was my long trigger for FTM. And so I'm happy to sit in that long for FTM on FTM as a swing position. Might take some profits off of it as we come into this daily close. And then on Sol, the same thing. I've been building a long position here. It's my primary hedge against all my shorts. It's a big high time frame level, and I have a thesis where Sol could go up much higher. But I like to time those entries down in things like this swing failure of this low. That's like an example of one of my entries. This was an entry. This was an entry. And I've just been looking to take profits, add, take profits, add. Something I want to talk about is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And as you can see, this is the weekly chart. Bitcoin dominance has been in a range. When we came up to the highs of the range, I pointed out that it was likely that alts start to pump against Bitcoin as we rotate possibly to the bottom of the range. But now that we're at the bottom of the range, although you never want to just assume a range is going to break, of course, we could bounce off the lows of the range again, and Bitcoin could get stronger against alts. But it is always a possibility that we break down this dominance chart, break down this range, and start coming into the lows that we haven't seen since 2017, 2018. It's even possible we sweep those. In which case, you would expect alts to continue to rally against Bitcoin. That doesn't mean alts have to go up. That could just mean they go down less than Bitcoin. But say we do get a rally here, and Bitcoin starts moving, and Bitcoin dominance starts breaking down, you could start seeing some big movement on alts. So I'm interested to see how this all plays out. But relatively uneventful here over the weekend and the last few days with just a range. And if you were interested in longs, which I was, you have this range, you're looking for your longs at the lows, and you're just letting invalidation put you out of positions. No sense to guess. Like here, no sense to guess, is FTM going to break down or is it going to rally? You have your swing failure, you take a position. There's a couple ways to trade this, one with a deeper invalidation below this level here. But I opted to trade it locally with a tighter invalidation and just see what happens. So anyways, it's really a waiting game. We'll see if we break up or we break down. We're at the lows of the range now on Bitcoin and coming out of a long weekend. So, it was a good weekend to take off, especially on Bitcoin. Nothing too eventful happened. And really, just the patience of not trading on the weekend ultimately I think was a good idea, except for I did get this position on FTM, which I think was worthwhile. So let's just see how things pan out. I hope you all had a good weekend, and we'll just keep our eyes on the charts this week.